Stephen Yaxley Lennon, widely known as Tommy Robinson, has been denied permission to bring a High Court challenge over his current segregation in prison. Mr. Justice Chamberlain dismissed Robinson's application for a judicial review, which he had filed against Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood, ruling that his case was not arguable. The court heard that Robinson, 42, was placed in a closed unit at Woodhill Prison in Milton Keynes for his own safety, following intelligence reports suggesting he would be killed by a lifer if located on a wing. This decision came after his transfer from Belmarsh Prison in southeast London, where he had reportedly expressed concerns about his safety due to his high-profile status and past statements. Robinson, who identifies as a journalist and activist, was sentenced to 18 months in prison last October after pleading guilty to 10 breaches of a High Court injunction, which prohibited him from repeating false claims about a Syrian refugee. Upon his arrival at Belmarsh, the prison received a significant volume of abusive and threatening communications from his supporters, including threats directed at the governor, Jenny Lewis. These circumstances led to his transfer to Woodhill, where he was placed in a segregated unit to ensure his protection. Robinson's legal team argued that his segregation violated his rights under the European Convention on Human Rights and had contributed to a decline in his mental health. His barrister, Alasdair Williamson KC, highlighted that Robinson suffers from ADHD and complex post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD), conditions that have been exacerbated by his isolation during a previous prison sentence. Williamson expressed concerns about Robinson's mental well-being, noting that he fears self-harming through substance abuse upon his release, scheduled for July 26th. The legal team also argued that Robinson should be moved to another prison where he could interact with other inmates, as the current environment at Woodhill, with its significant Muslim population, was causing additional strain. In response, Tom Cross, representing the government, emphasised that Robinson's claims were unfounded and detailed the privileges he enjoys as a Category C civil prisoner. According to prison governor Nicola Marfleet, Robinson has 3 hours of daily time outside his cell for exercise, gym use, or recreational activities like pool. He also participates in painting and decorating work for 2 hours and 45 minutes, 3 times a week. Robinson benefits from significantly more visit time than other prisoners, with 2-hour visits 4 times a week in a comfortable, informal setting where he can bring food from the canteen. He has 120 people on his visitors list and has received 93 visits, along with access to a phone for 4 hours a day, during which he has made over 1,250 social calls. His cell is equipped with a television, laptop, CD player, and DVD player, and he receives hundreds of emails. Additionally, Robinson attends weekly Bible sessions, receives daily visits from a chaplaincy team member, and has daily consultations with an NHS doctor or nurse. In his ruling, Mr. Justice Chamberlain stated that it was not accurate to refer to Mr. Yaxley Lennon's regime as solitary confinement at all. While he acknowledged that the lack of association with other prisoners had affected Robinson's mental health, he concluded that the overall regime did not breach his human rights. The judge also noted that Robinson had been identified as a high-interest prisoner at Woodhill, with intelligence reports indicating that 2 other inmates were plotting to attack him to gain kudos and notoriety. The governor expressed concerns that Robinson's presence on a normal wing could exacerbate tensions between Muslim and non-Muslim prisoners, and that he might attempt to influence others. Robinson's legal challenge has been dismissed, and he remains in the segregated unit at Woodhill Prison. The case highlights the complexities of balancing prisoner safety, mental health, and human rights within the prison system, particularly for high-profile inmates whose presence can stir tensions. Robinson's release date is set for July 26th, but his time in custody continues to be marked by controversy and legal disputes. Despite the challenges he faces, Robinson's supporters emphasize his resilience and commitment to his cause, while his legal team continues to advocate for his well-being and fair treatment.